everyone, and welcome to episode 78 of the Unwrapped Leader Podcast, where we get raw, real, and relevant in the new network marketing and helping you become a gifted leader in your business. My name is Teisha Dorianna from Canada. Today is a solo episode, and I'm excited to be talking about, should you invest in yourself for your network marketing business? I feel like it's been a buzzword lately. Go invest in yourself, whether that be your upline telling you, or maybe someone in your company, maybe you attended a company conference and people are constantly talking about go invest in yourself. So we want to talk a little bit about, what does it actually mean to invest in yourself? Is it important? Does it have to be expensive? Can it be free? And how much should we really invest in ourselves? So let's talk a little bit about why we invest in ourselves. So personal development, whether it be free or paid, is an investment in your business, right? Whether that be reading a book and just taking time to learn, going on YouTube, maybe you're listening to this episode right now. This is personal development. You are watching this right now because you want to learn a little bit more about network marketing, or you want to learn more about investing in yourself and if it's worth it and how you should invest in yourself, right? Like everything you do for your business to learn, whether that be reading a blog post, listening to a podcast, like whatever it is, that is an investment in your business, right? Another cool thing is that a lot of investments in yourself, if it is paid, you can usually write that off on your taxes at the end of the year. That doesn't necessarily mean that, everything you spend on it, you're going to get back. No, but you can use it as a write-off, and whatever percentage that is will go towards your taxes so that you can save a little bit more. But I want to talk a bit about what I gained from self-investment, because I'm someone who at the beginning, I feel like everyone was hesitant about doing it. But there's so much that I gained from it. And so I want to tell you guys a little bit about what that was. And then I'll actually dive into like pricing and how much you really should spend. I am going to be totally transparent and upfront with you guys about what I spent on personal investment, and just the things that kind of ran through my mind and how I finally made the decision like, okay, I need to do this for me. I need to do this for my business. So number one is confidence. I was always someone coming into the business being brand new. And I feel like many of us were scared to fail. We're scared it's not going to work out. And naturally, I am a bit more introverted and shy, but this business has really brought me outside my shell. And I think investing in myself and actually having someone tailoring to my needs and what my goals are gave me the confidence to move forward with my vision and my message. They really helped me craft that for myself, because it's almost like when you think about your why, when you start a business, you think you know what your why is, but as time goes on, it changes and you evolve as a person, and your vision can change, and that's okay, but it grows stronger and stronger. And the more strong that your vision is, the more you share that with people, the more that other people want to jump on board, right? I've learned skills, tools, and endless amounts of knowledge that would have taken me years to figure out myself. And maybe I never would have come to that conclusion. Maybe I would have just been like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing, and then give up at that point. I don't know where I would have been if I wouldn't have invested in myself, both paid and, taking on free trainings and things like that. But the skills and tools alone, like just having someone tell me, hey, you need to be using this app, or you need to do this with your team. Like it seems so simple. Like, okay, I paid this amount of money to figure out something so simple. Like this is all I had to do. And you could look at that as like, oh, waste of money, right? Like that would have been my old mindset for sure. This like minimalistic mindset. But you have to learn to adopt a growth mindset. And that's what I had to do, because it's like, okay, I would have maybe taken years to figure that out. And then I would have still been stuck in the same spot. But I paid someone who was in my exact position so that I could go on to do the things that I want to do here. Right? It provided me with guidance and motivation just to crush it big from people who were in my exact position. Like I did my research too. And we are going to talk about actually researching into the people that maybe you're looking at for coaching, buying courses from, whatever that may be. But just as an example for you guys, one of the things, and this is, I guess, I don't want to call it a secret because it's not a secret, but it's something that I didn't think that I needed to do, and Has it ran across my mind? Yeah, it has. But I had a lot of limiting beliefs on it. And I actually did an entire episode on doing this. And it was something I learned. One of the first things that my mentors told me when I started one-on-one mentorship, they said, you need to share your vision with your team. And I'm like, I thought of it, but also I don't like the idea of talking about my goals with them, because they're just going to think that they're a part of my dream and that they're just contributing to my success and they're doing me a favor. That was my mindset. And that's why I would not do it. They helped me change that mindset into a growth mindset. And I actually did an entire episode, and I'll actually link it below. I don't even remember what number it is on the top of my head, but I'll link it below. And it was how to share your vision with your team. As a leader, if you have a growing team, you need to be doing this. And that was something that I learned that they were able to change my mindset on, that made my business explode, was sharing my vision. Something so simple, but it was worth the money, because once I did it, I went from 0 people on my team who were really like recruiting, who were even interested in really taking their business seriously. After I did this, 0 people to 9 new people on my team who wanted to work towards leadership. And after that, I put together, I remember I'm like, okay, we are putting together a push to leader group. All these people are interested in working their business. They want to recruit, they want to build their downlines, they want to build their income, and they want to build a better future for themselves. And I had my biggest month ever in network marketing in those following months, because I shared my vision, right? And there's a proper way to do it, and then there's a way that you shouldn't do it. And so that's why I made a podcast episode on it, because I think everyone needs to be doing it. And I just want to tell you guys that out loud, because that was one of the biggest aha moments for me, that I'm like, I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. So those are just a few things I've learned from investing in myself over the years. But, I want to tell you a bit about my objections. So like everyone who thinks about investing in themselves, a lot of times, if it's a paid dollar amount, whether that be for private coaching, maybe it's a course that you're looking at, sometimes there's like paid Facebook groups that you could be a part of, even like a company conference, right? A lot of times the biggest objection, for obvious reasons, is it's too expensive. And to me, expensive means that you do not see the value. Expensive doesn't mean, because if you look at it from someone who really money means nothing to them, maybe that, a rich person, a lot of people you probably don't hear that word come out of their mouth a lot, is this is too expensive. And if you do, it's because they truly don't see the value in it. And that's how I look at the word expensive, right? Something expensive for me is going to be different for someone who is making like 10x the amount that I'm making, right? We have different definitions of expensive, but it's just, I don't see the value. That's what it really means. So I just think if you want to be somewhere that you've never been, then you need to do something you've never done. If you want to make an X dollar amount of income in your business and you've never done that before, then you need to do something you've never done before. You can't keep doing the same things and expect change, right? So think of the investment and money that goes into actually starting up your own business. People who, they have an idea, they want to make something. I'm actually in the middle of something like this right now. So it's not really a secret. I've been working on it for a couple of years, actually, with my brother and my husband. And we are putting together right now this game, and we are creating a card game. And so this is technically it's our own business idea. We had to hire designers to get things designed. We had to, get in contact with people to actually create the game for us. We had to get prototypes shipped to us. And then we had to look through them and say like, oh, we don't like this, we don't like that. We need to get more prototypes made. And like the amount of money it takes to order in those prototypes, to hire designers to design something that we love and make changes over and over again and get everything perfect, all of that costs money. But the reason we're spending money into it is because we believe in our idea. We believe that what we're doing, we're going to make money with it, right? And so that initial investment is a lot more. But when you take a look at network marketing, everything is done for you, right? The company markets everything. The company ships everything out. Like, we have to figure that out on how we're going to ship out this game, how we're going to sell this game. But in network marketing, it's so much more simplified, right? So you do it, you invest in yourself with the hope of making that money back because you believe in your idea and you believe in yourself to do it. So you're betting on yourself. And in my opinion, the best investment you can make is the one in yourself, because truly the only person you can trust is yourself, because you're in control of your actions and you're in control of what you do. You're in control of your destiny. So you need to adopt a mindset shift. And we talked a little bit about having a growth mindset and how important it is to have this kind of mindset in any area of your life that you want to be successful in. It's vital. You need to have a growth mindset, not a minimalistic, pessimistic mindset, right? Successful entrepreneurs, they view self-investment as essential for their long-term success. And if you see yourself making your network marketing business big, whatever your definition is of big, then you better believe in yourself. People who don't believe in themselves shouldn't invest in themselves because you're wasting your money. You need to have that growth mindset before you do that. So this is how I see it. I want to kind of walk you guys through my mindset because, like I said, I had the same thing. It's expensive. I don't want to do it. It's not worth the money, whatever. But people who sell courses and coaching are not overcharging. This is my opinion, okay? They're not overcharging. Their price that they put on their products and services, they base that off demand and they base that off of what they think they're worth. Time is money, and private coaching takes time, right? Maybe it's another service that takes time. And they're going to price it based on what their time is worth. And that is up to them. So how I look at it is, why would who am I to diss anybody's prices on their products or services of what they offer? Who am I to diss that? Because the truth is, if I think it's expensive, I'm just not seeing the value, and that's okay. And you know what? They're okay with that. They're okay with people saying that's too expensive, because at the end of the day, that person is not their ideal client. They know what their time is worth. They put a price on it. They added tax to it. And I think that people should be able to do that, because when I look at the long-term picture for myself, I think, wouldn't I like to be making that kind of money one day? Isn't that the absolute dream? Sometimes you look at, the amount people charge for a course or private coaching, and being in the position I'm in personally, with having a network marketing podcast, offering private one-on-one coaching, having a digital course. I mean, I still feel like us with the Unwrapped Leader, we're still in the basic starting stages. And I mean, that doesn't mean I don't struggle with it. I don't want to overcharge and feel like I'm not putting something out there that's worth the money. I want people to see the worth in it. So I'm going to charge what I think I deserve. And so these were my thoughts when I first invested in my first one-on-one coaching mentorship experience. I looked at the price, and to be honest, there was one coach in particular that I looked at, and I loved her. I've looked up to her for years. And the first thing it said on her website was, expect to invest at least $30,000 in this coaching. I saw that and my mind was blown. I'm like, excuse me, that's the amount of money someone makes in a year. How the heck am I going to afford that? So right away, I was like, absolutely not. But before I looked at her coaching, I looked at some other mentors that I saw, which also blew my mind before seeing that. And theirs was about $7,000. And that was just, even to me, like, oh my gosh, $7,000 for coaching? That was crazy to me. But when I went and saw the coach that said, prepare to invest $30,000, the $7,000 was looking pretty sweet at this point, right? And so that's what went through my mind. But also, I thought, I need to think in the long run here. And if my long-term goal at the time, if my long-term goal was to be making $10,000 a month, then what is investing $7,000 in myself right now for a mentorship that'll At the time, it was a mentorship that was 2 months long. So I got a Zoom call every single week. And then there was a few other extra things added in there as well. And so I invested $7,000 just in private coaching. And because I looked at it as that's not even a month's of my dream pay. So down the road, when I'm making $10,000 a month, that was worth it, right? And I also thought about how we attend university and we pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to get a degree so that we can have a career. I did it for my psychology degree and I did it for my elementary education degree. I don't know how much it costed, but many of us take out student loans just to afford it. And my student loans, so I actually started my business in my final 2 years of university. And that's when I really started to take the network marketing industry seriously because it started paying for my tuition. I was making enough money to pay my tuition. And so I was getting student loans at the time, but I actually used the money from my student loans to pay for part of my private coaching mentorship at the time. So you could say I took out a loan just to afford it, but it paid off. I was able to pay off my student loans within 2 years of graduating from university from my network marketing business, and it was worth it. So that was my mindset of how I had to shift it in order to make that choice for myself. And in order for me to move my business forward and explode the way it did, I invested in myself. But I didn't just spend $7,000 on a private mentorship. Like I spent way more. I bought courses. I invested in Bob Heilig's course. I invested in Brock Johnson's social media course, right. And those, one I think was like $800. Another one was $400. Like I can say I've spent tens of thousands of dollars investing in myself so I can get to the point that I am at today. I am so happy with where I am. I'm so passionate about coaching people in the network marketing industry. I love creating digital courses. I love working with people privately in one-on-one mentorship. And now because I invested in myself and essentially got my degree for network marketing and the amount of learned, I put all this money into it. I'm now going to charge what I think I'm worth, right? Just like a doctor. I don't know. I don't even want to know how much doctors spend just to get all this education. That's why doctors make so much money, because they put so much money into schooling. They learn so much, they invest in themselves, and now they make bank, right? Like they're making good cash. And so that's how I look at it for me. I put this money into my business now so that later I could charge what I want to charge and I could do the things that I love. And I'm going to charge what I think my time is worth. And I hope that no one's going to diss my pricing that I decide to put on my courses and my mentorship. There's always going to be people like that, but that's not going to offend me because I know what I'm worth. And at the end of the day, if someone thinks it's too expensive, that's okay. It means they don't see the value, and that's not my ideal client. So one last thing here before I close up. Even though, I said no one's too expensive, you just don't see the value, and that's okay. I still think it's important that you guys need to do your research, right? Like I didn't just throw $7,000 that I didn't even have at some random coaches. Like I looked into it. Most coaches too, people who offer private mentorship, they have free discovery calls to see if you will be a good fit for them and vice versa, to see if you want them to be your coach. Are you guys going to jive well? Can they truly help you with what you need help with? So don't be scared to book those discovery calls and get a good feel. Have some questions ready on just asking them, how they can help you, and read reviews if they have any. Look at their website, look into their credentials. Don't be scared to ask those questions because you're hiring them for a service. And also another thing you could look at is, are they in a position that you would like to be in? Or were they in a position that you would like to be in? Or have they helped people in a position similar to you move forward in their business? Overall, it comes down to, do you trust them? Do you trust that they can help you get to where you want to be? But at the end of the day, I think what's also important is hiring a coach does not guarantee any results. You guarantee your results. They're not in charge of your success. They're in charge of helping you with the skills and tools that you need to move forward, but you're ultimately in charge of your success. So do your research and find a coach or program that is worth it to you. So how I want to close this up is I want to tell you guys quickly about a program that Dracy and I crafted with the Unwrapped Leader just over a year ago. It's called Social Media MVP Course, and it's essentially a 4-week program. It has 12 modules, and it's to help leaders and aspiring leaders in the network marketing industry show up professionally online to help them attract their ideal client and just crush it big on social media. Personally, I've always ran my business 90% on social media in my previous business, and even more so where I am at now. And what that's been able to do for me, being new to the industry, I've only been here 6 years now. Well, I shouldn't say only, that actually feels like a long time because I've learned so much. But being in my business, just after my first year, I came out as the top recruiter in my company for 2 years in a row, and then top 3 for the rest of the years I was in my previous business. I achieved top 3 in sales for 5 years in a row. And I even produced top 5 team volume just after my first year in the industry. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to like toot my own horn, but it's something that I'm proud to talk about because I came from nothing. Like, I feel like I didn't have a ginormous network. I didn't have a crap ton of money to put into it. I just went in, followed the systems, and I did my own self-development. First, of course, it started free. I listened to podcasts, I read books, I looked at YouTube videos, but then I really chose to level up and invest in myself and take it more seriously. But like, I've taken all the basics of home parties, because I used to be in a party plan business, networking in person, I did vendor events, and I found a way to bring all those aspects of the business completely online. So this program wasn't just crafted from random Google searches and trying to figure out what a social media business can do. Like, I'm so confident in this program and what we've put together. It is all original content that we put together with 12 modules showing you how to show up professionally online. And I think everyone in the network marketing industry needs this program if you are running your business online through social media. There is a big emphasis on Instagram with it, but it also relates back to Facebook as well. We talk about Facebook groups and stuff. But if you are thinking this could be a good fit for you, if you're looking to crush it big on social media, get your message out there, if you're unsure, like, right now, we put together a freebie. It is called 5 Simple Steps to Unwrapping Your Brand. I'll leave it in the show notes below. And you can go through that before you make a decision. We have lots of free value here on YouTube. We have this freebie. We have a free, and I believe it comes with the 5 simple steps. You'll see our masterclass with tons of value for unwrapping your brand on social media. And even right now, like, the course is priced quite cheap for what we actually want it to be, because obviously, being new, we struggle with that a bit. Like, is it worth it? Let's see how our audience kind of picks up on it. And so it's priced a lot cheaper than we want it at right now, but there's even a special price, even more discounted than what it is on our website right now, if you're a part of our Gifted Leader community. So I would encourage you to go join our Gifted Leader community to see what that promo code is on that program right now. But yeah, that's our program that we have, if you feel like that is something that you'd be interested in. But I really hope this episode just helped you with any kind of hesitations or thoughts that you had around investing in yourself. If you guys have any more questions, though, leave them in the comments. Let us know. You could send us a DM and we're happy to help you. Like, whether it be private coaching, an online course, a paid group, or even your company's annual conference, you have to make a decision that's right for you. And if you don't believe in yourself, then it's a waste of money to invest in yourself, because you need to have that belief first. You need to adopt the growth mindset before anything special happens for you. So I hope that you guys can adopt that, and I hope you guys go and crush it big in your business. So next week's episode, a little teaser for you. Dracy and we're going to be coming together again, and we are going to be talking about what you need to be sharing at your next opportunity business event for people who are considering your business and signing up with you. So make sure you guys don't miss out on next week. But if you haven't already, please like the video, comment your biggest takeaways below, share with your team if you feel that this would be of value to them, subscribe to our channel and click the bell so that you guys never miss out on an episode. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, please leave us a 5-star review as it helps us grow, and we so appreciate it. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.